Yeah, hello, hi, good morning everyone. This is Syed Riazuddin starting the second video on the concept of speed. Completely, I can't say this is speed, okay? Starting my video on speed. As I said, speed is divided into both types, average speed and then relative speed. Here now I am going to discuss the concepts of trains, okay? Which is highly important in your competitive exams. This comes under the concept of relative speed. What is relative speed? Yeah, hello, hi, good morning everyone. This is Syed Riazuddin starting the second video on the concept of speed. Completely, I can't say this is speed, okay? Starting my video on speed. As I said, speed is divided into both types, average speed and then relative speed. Here now I am going to discuss the concepts of trains, okay, which is highly important in your competitive exams. This comes under the concept of relative speed. What is relative speed? What is a relative speed? What is a relative speed? Okay, what is it? Relative speed is nothing but speed compared when one speed is compared to the other speed, then something it is known as relative speed. It's known as relative speed. Okay, this happens in relative speed. The main important concepts you need to keep 2 points in mind. 2 points. First thing, how many are being compared? How many are being compared or are being notified? Okay. The second thing, the directions. Directions plays an important concept in relative speed. Okay. Now suppose you think that when two trains are moving in opposite direction with speeds a kilometer per hour and other with b kilometer per hour. Okay, a kilometer per hour and b kilometer per hour. Then relative r dot speed. Relative speed I'll be writing as r dot speed because we can't waste the time in writing. Is equal to the sum of the speeds, like a plus b. Okay, please keep in mind. And in the other case, when trains are moving in same direction, then relative speed is equal to a minus b. Okay, a minus b. This happens for here. Please note these steps. These are very much important and very basic, as I hope each and everyone knows it. Okay, be comfortable with my spellings. It's not like I don't know spellings, but I want to save some of your precious time. That is the reason why I'm writing everything in a shortcut manner. Okay, now for example, let us consider the two trains. Okay, example problem. Two trains are moving with speeds 30 km per hour and 40 km per hour in opposite direction. Then relative speed is equal to, what is it, sum of the speeds, that is nothing but 30 plus 40. Obviously you will be getting it as 70. Please note it, I mean in your brains, not on your books or something stuff. Okay, when two speeds are moving in, when it is in the same direction, then same direction you will be getting is equal to 30 minus 40, and you will be getting how much is equal to minus 10. So but the speed, now the speed can't be any negative value. Okay, so you need to write in this case whether it is a positive value or a negative value. You need to write only in the positive manner of speed, distance and time, as you everyone know it. 40 minus 30, that is equal to, we will be getting it as 10. Okay, now when, now coming to the questionnaire, first thing I want you people to write, when two trains are moving with speeds A and B kilometer per hour respectively, kilometer per hour, kilometer A and B kilometer per hour, kilometer per hour respectively, and the time taken B kilometer per hour respectively in opposite direction, in the opposite direction, so now the time taken, okay, with speeds A and B kilometer per hour in opposite directions, and the length of trains are U and V respectively. The time taken by both the trains to cross each other, is equal to the speeds, the sum of the speeds. What is the time? Time t is equal to distance by speed. What is distance over here? The length of the trains are considered as distance over here. So what you'll be getting, u plus v divided by, what is the relative speed when they are traveling in opposite direction? You will be getting the addition, a plus b. Okay, this is the formula. So now you consider the second case. When we come to the second case, when two trains are traveling in same direction, okay, and the rest is same as the above thing. When two trains are traveling in the same direction and rest is the same as the above thing, then time taken by slower train to cross the time taken by the slower train, it's not slower train, taken by the faster train to cross the slower train, slower train is equal to, you people must know what is the time. Time is equal to distance by speed. This is fixed quantity, so that is equal to, what is the distance over here? We have said that distance is nothing but the length of the trains, so you need to add the length of the trains, u plus v divided by, what is the relative speed when both the trains are traveling in same direction? The negativity of the subtraction of both the speeds, a minus b. This is the case. Okay, this is the complete formula regarding this. Okay, now another basic question will be giving you, third thing, basic questions that you will be encountering it. When a train crosses a man of negligible length, then the distance dist, okay, distance, please, is I consider it as distance. Okay, then the distance traveled by the train, the distance traveled by the train is equal to distance traveled by the train is equal to the length of the train, the length of the train, length of the train. Okay, so now you are standing across, and when your train is moving in the opposite, when the train is coming or crossing you, it doesn't matter in which direction. So the distance traveled by the train while crossing you will be just the length of the train. Okay, now in the fourth case, when we see that when a train when a train crosses a platform, when a train crosses a platform of some length L, some length B, now the distance traveled by train is equal to length of the train, that is L, plus the length of the platform, okay, these are the concepts, some basic concepts where you'll be finding in GRA and stuff like. So now let us go and check out with some of the examples which will be of utmost helpful to you. Okay, now the first example I am going to share with you is, okay, suppose a train of length L is equal to 85 meters, crosses a man, then distance traveled by train, the distance traveled by train, the distance traveled by train is equal to 85 meters. Why? Because it is simply the length of the train. Okay, it is simply the length of the train. Now when a case arises that a train of length crosses a platform of length crosses a platform of length 30 meters, and the length of train you suppose length of train is 70 meters, then distance traveled by train then the distance traveled by train is equal to how much? 70 plus 30, that is equal to 100 meters. Okay, now you suppose two trains of length L is equal to L1 is equal to 20 meters, comma L2 is equal to 25 meters. Okay, a train of length L1 is how much? 20 meters, and L2 is equal to 25 meters are traveling with a speed of 20 kilometers with a speed of 20 kilometer per hour and 25 kilometer per hour respectively, in opposite direction. Then time taken by trains to cross each other, how much is equal to, as I said you, Time is equal to how much? Time is equal to distance by speed. Distance by speed. In this case, what is the distance traveled? Nothing but the length of the train. That is equal to 20 plus 25. What is divided by what is the speed of the train? 20. And what is the direction? Over here you need to consider the direction. What is the direction? Direction is in opposite direction. 20 plus 25. Okay. You people please do it. Do the calculation. This is just a simple question which I have given you so that you people can understand the formulas directly, perfectly. Okay. Now, yeah, I am going to say some shortcut methods or fast track methods. Okay, fast track methods. These will be of high importance. This will be of very much high importance. So, the first thing, when a train of length L1, when a train of length L1 crosses a platform of length of GTH length x1 in time t1, and the time taken by same train, that the time taken by the same train in traveling the train in crossing a platform, okay, platform of length L, platform of length y1, platform of length y1, okay, platform of length y1 in a time, the time taken by train in crossing the platform of length y1. So time, the formula goes like t2 is the required time unit. T2 is equal to L plus y. T2 is equal to L1 plus y, L1 plus y divided by L1 plus x, L1 plus y divided by L1 plus x into T1. So here it didn't give us speed, so we have assumed that speed is constant. So when speed is constant, what happens? d1 by t1 is equal to, here speed is equal to constant, so you get as d1 by t1 is equal to d2 by t2. So when this is the case, what happens? What is the distance? L1 plus x by t1, L2 plus x by t2. So if you can write it, if you can use this technique, this concept, so it is very much clear and you can easily get through the answer of it. Okay, so let us consider an example. Now a train of length L, let length of train is equal to 100 meters. Let length of train is equal to 100 meters, and length of platform is equal to how much is the length of platform? You assume it as 15 meters. Okay, then the time taken in crossing it, time t1 is equal to how much? You consider it as 60 seconds. Now what is time t2? What is t2 when it crosses a platform of length is equal to 30 meters. Okay, I give you 2 seconds. You people please go through, complete the answer, or you re-verify the question. Okay, it will be the same. Okay, I hope this time is more than enough. That is the importance of this fast track method. I give you only 30 seconds so you can do it. So please remember all these sort of formulas. These are of great importance. Okay, these are of great importance. I'll be writing each and every formula once I complete everything. Okay. Now what is the length? You need to find T2. T2 is equal to how much? L1. What is the length of the train? 100. 100 plus what is the length of platform? 15 divided by what is the length of train? What is the length of, oh sorry, here you need to write the length of second platform. Substitute in the formula, you will be knowing each and everything. I can't do it now because of the time inconvenience. What is the length of the train? Length of the train is same here. Plus what is that? What do you mean? What is that thing? Length of the platform? 15 meters. Into what is the time t1? 60 seconds. Once you simplify it, you'll be getting everything. So now the second technique. Now the second one. Okay, when two trains are traveling from P to Q, traveling from P to Q in opposite directions, with speeds A kilometer per hour and B kilometer per hour respectively. Okay, respectively, when now please stress it, when the two trains meet each other, one train has traveled a distance d more than the other train, more than the other train. Now the distance between P and Q now the distance between P and Q can be calculated as D is equal to sum of speeds A plus B by subtraction of speeds into d. Okay, where d is the distance of the train, where d is the distance traveled by one train more than the other train. Okay, now an example question I am showing from two stations. Example, when I say this example, you can go through it. Okay, I'm referring a textbook for this. From two stations A and B, two trains starts moving in opposite direction. Okay, in opposite direction with S1 is equal to 150 kilometers 150 kilometer per hour, and S2 is equal to 130 kilometers per hour 130 kilometer per hour. Okay, when they meet each other when they meet each other the one train travels a distance one train travels a distance 20 kilometers more than the distance between A and B is how much? Okay, use the same formula, do this question. Okay, it is nothing but it is very much easy. Now, okay, your given time is completed. Now you need to do it. Simply you please do that. I'm not going to help you over here. Now the third question. Now the third topic. Two trains leave from P to Q. Okay, two trains leave from P to Q with speed A kilometer per hour and B kilometer per hour A kilometer per hour and B kilometer per hour at times T1 and T2 then the distance from P where both the trains meet each other is given as D is equal to T2 minus T1 into AB divided by A minus B or B minus A. Okay, this is the formula. When two trains leave from P to Q with speed A km per hour and B km per hour, the distance P where they meet each other is given as this. Now I am giving you one important formula. Okay, one question. Two trains leave from Patna. Okay, example, two trains leave from Patna to Delhi at times 8 times 10 and 10:30 respectively. Okay, with speeds 120 km per hour, 120 km per hour and 150 km per hour, 150 km per hour. Then how many kilometers from Patna will both the trains meet? Will both the trains meet? Okay, do this question. I will give you only 1 minute of time. It is 11:17 right now. I'll come back to you at 11:18. I hope 1 minute is more than enough for you to do this. Okay, I hope everything is done. Now simply from here you can say it as T1 is equal to 10. T1 is equal to 10 and consider both in AMs only, and T2 is equal to 10:30 AM. This is also AM. Okay, you have the speeds. What is the difference? What is the formula? D is equal to T2 minus T1. 10:30 minus 10 AM. You will be getting 30 minutes. You will be getting how much? 30 minutes. That is equal to how many hours? 30 into what is A into B? 120 into 150. 120 into 150. 120 into 150 divided by 150 minus 120. Okay, 150 minus 120. You need to get the answer. I can't do all this shit calculation. It's too deep. Okay. Now I'll be going to the fourth technique. Okay, two trains A and B. Suppose two trains A and B are starting from points P and Q towards Q and P respectively. Okay, they cross each other at time T1 and T2. Wait, let me write it. You people can't understand it when I say two trains A and two trains A and B are two trains A and B are traveling from P to Q and Q to P respectively, and Q to P respectively. Okay, they cross each other at time T1 and T2. Okay, they cross each other at time T1 and T2, and now the speed of train capital A is given as 1 x kilometer per hour, x kilometer per hour, x kilometer per hour. Okay, then the speed of train B, then the speed of train B is calculated as, the speed of train B is calculated as, speed of train B is calculated as, which one will be using over here is this one, can be calculated as T2 by, sorry, T1 by T2 into T1 by T2 with the other thing one. Okay, I'll be writing over here itself, is equal to T1 is equal to roots of root of T1 by T2 into x, which is the speed of train, is equal to roots of T1 by T2 into x. So I'll be giving you a simple question, you can understand it. Okay, note down this formula also, this is of utmost important. Next thing, example question. Now two trains x and y, two trains x and y start from Mumbai to Delhi. Okay, Mumbai to Delhi and vice versa. 1 hour 30 minutes and 8 hours to reach. Okay, then they take 30 minutes, 30 minutes and 40 minutes to reach or cross each other, or cross each other, or cross each other. We have given the time and speed of train A is equal to speed of train, speed of one train is equal to 150 kilometers per hour. Now 150 kilometers per hour. Now find out the speed of other. Find out the speed of other. Only 30 seconds is enough, I think, for you people to do this. I will leave you for 30 seconds. Please do it. Okay, is this done? This must be done. Okay. No case, that must be done. I have given you everything. I am spoon feeding you people. You need to do everything. Okay, now here comes another time. Okay. Okay, after passing 120 kilometers, the speed of train I given 30 minutes and 40 minutes. Yes. Yes, this is the same question which has been covered in SBI banking examinations. Right now I am going through that question paper itself. Okay. Now the second concept. You need to do compulsorily this question. Now the second concept. Okay. The distance from P to Q is d meters. P to Q is d meters. The distance from P to Q is d meters. Okay. Now a train B. Now a train A has started with speed. Has started with speed. Small a kilometer per hour. Towards Q. And then after a time difference, another train after a time difference of t, after a time difference of t, another train has started its journey by b kilometer per hour. Okay, by how much? B kilometer per hour. Then the both the trains then both the trains meet after a time t. After a time t, that time can be calculated as that time t is equal to d, the distance between P to Q, plus dB, speed of B, divided by A plus B. This is the case. Okay. The distance from P to Q is d meters. Now the train A has started with speed 8 kilometers per hour, and then after a time difference of t, another train has traveled its journey by 3 kilometers per hour. Then both the trains will meet after a time t. That time t is equal to d plus t by a plus b. Okay. Now I will give you people an example question, which is previously asked, an important question. The distance between two stations is 110 kilometers. A train of speed 20 kilometer per hour leaves at 7 a.m. As he said, it leaves at 7 a.m. Okay. Another train travels at a speed 25 kilometers per hour 25 kilometers per hour and leaves at time 8 a.m. Okay. Then at what time will both the trains meet? Then at what time will both the trains meet? I give you 30 seconds. You people please go through this and give me the answer. Okay, now I'll be covering with two topics more we have, and then I'll be getting it off. Yes, SBA 2003, 2007, 2011, SSC, CGL. This question came in many exams, man. You people, please, YouTubers, we should not lose this answer. Okay, as I have said you need to do this. Now the second thing. Now the next concept. The distance from P to Q is d meters. The distance from P to Q is how much? Not more. It is only d meters. Two trains travel from P to Q and Q to P respective. P to Q and Q to P doesn't mean much, but it just says that they both are traveling in the opposite direction. That's it. Okay. When this sort of questions come, you people please don't get confused about it. Okay. Why? Because these questions will be giving you only, these people will be giving these questions only to confuse you. The distance from P to Q is d meters, and the two trains travel from P to Q and Q to P respectively. They meet each other at points. Okay, they meet each other at a certain point. It doesn't make such a difference. Okay, two trains travel from P to P. They meet each other at a certain point, and they are traveling with different speeds. Yeah, writing it has become very much difficult. I'll be showing you in a pictorial manner. One sec. I'm using campus here, guys. One sec. And okay, are traveling with the difference. They meet each other at a certain point. They meet each other at a certain point at time t. At time t. Okay. They are traveling with. They are traveling with different speeds. With different speeds. Okay. Now the speed of train A is x kilometers per hour. Speed of train A is x kilometer per hour. Slower or faster than other train. Slower or faster than other train. Then the speed of slower train is the speed of slower train is d minus the time at which they meet into the speed of first train divided by 2 times the time. Okay. Now speed of faster train. Speed of faster train is d plus tx divided by 2t. Okay, these are the formulas. You will easily understand this simple concept when I give you an example problem, okay? And I will only be solving it, don't worry about it. Example question, the distance between two stations, he has given that the distance between two stations A and B is 138 kilometers, 138 kilometers, okay? And they meet each other after 6 hours. He said that they meet each other after 6 hours, okay? From A to B is slower train traveling from A to B, and he given that, and the train traveling from A to B is 6 hours slower. Okay. Now 6 hours slower compared to other. Now he said to ask. He said to calculate the speed of slower train. Okay, I give you 2-3 minutes. You can do this completely. So guys, today we have completed the concept of relative speed in both the directions. Okay, speed and relative speed in same direction, and then we have covered the concept of these trains, this thing, and I have also said you some of the major fast track methods which will be of great importance to you. Because I don't have that required material, I am writing everything in notepad and it may be delaying in some extent. So I'll come forward with many great ideas and many great thoughts, and I'm also planning to buy a video cam whereby we can easily go through it. Okay, you please adjust to that. This is Syed Riaz signing off. Thank you very much for your support.